In this video, you're going to be going through a guided exercise inspired by abstract art and mark making. This is a great way to get warmed up, have a little fun, and let go and not worry about being perfect. You'll get a chance to relinquish control, which can be hard, and just focus on taking a little bit of imperfect action. All of the supplies you need will be listed in the description below. I recommend taking a second to go through the list and grab everything that you need. When you're ready, keep watching and let's begin. Let's start off by protecting our tabletop. I used 2 poster boards taped together. I'm going to be working on my sketchbook and I'm taking some tape so I can create a border. This is optional, but I do like how it gives the page a clean finish. This is my favorite washi tape to use because it doesn't ruin the paper and peels off clean. If you'd like more info on the tape or any of the supplies I'm using, I'll add a link in the description below. Now I'm just adding a piece of scrap cardstock underneath the page to protect the rest of my journal before we get started. We're going to be using colored pencils and crayons for the first part of this exercise. Make sure they're accessible and nearby so you can easily grab them. Let's start off with a quick reset. Take a deep breath in, then exhale. Unclench your jaw, drop your shoulders, and stretch out your fingers a little bit. When you're ready, go ahead and grab a colored pencil. Then close your eyes. Please keep them closed until I let you know when to open them. When I say go, start drawing on your paper until I tell you to stop. Ready, set, go. You can scribble in circles or go back and forth, make big loops and lines, or make little ones. You can try drawing an image, but random lines are totally fine. Finish up the line you're making, then with your eyes closed, switch colored pencils. Grab another one and then continue to scribble. Your eyes should still be closed. Think about how these lines feel, and change your pressure when you feel like it. Keep your eyes closed and switch your colored pencil one more time. Continue making marks on your paper without knowing what you're doing or where you're drawing. Remember that this should be messy and just enjoy the movement of connecting your pencil to your paper. Go ahead and finish up the line that you're making, and you can stop and open your eyes. Take a look at what you made. Did you take up as much space as you thought you would? Is it what you expected to see? Part of the fun for me is being completely surprised by what's on the page. We're done with the colored pencils, so you can set them aside. The next thing we're going to do is repeat the same process with crayons. So make sure they are nearby and go ahead and grab a crayon. Close your eyes, but before you start scribbling, turn your paper or sketchbook a few times in whatever direction. Just change it up from where you had it. I thought it would be fun to switch things up a little. Keep your eyes closed and start scribbling or coloring. Since you're using a crayon this time, instead of just making lines, you can try coloring it in one spot as well. You can touch the edge of your page to help you figure out where you want to color. Keep your eyes closed and focus on how the crayon feels and how it feels different from the colored pencil. Finish up the mark you're making and switch crayons. Play around with curves, straight lines, and loops. Now we're going to change crayons one last time. Go ahead and make the switch and then continue coloring. You're going to have about 5 to 6 more seconds to work with the crayon. Finish up the mark that you're making and you can open your eyes. What's your first reaction when you see your page? Is this what you're imagining? And what do you think of the colors that you ended up picking? It's okay if you have positive feelings or if you have negative ones. We're going to work with what we have. And for the rest of this exercise, we're going to be keeping our eyes open. The last thing we're going to do is add some paint to our page. We're going to be using acrylic paint, and I suggest choosing 2 colors. I chose this yellow to pick up on the yellow that's on my page, and I also chose white to sort of break up all of the colors. You can choose white and another color, or you can choose 2 different colors. We're going to add paint directly onto our page, and then we're going to take scraps of cardstock or cardboard, and we're going to use those to swipe the paint around. I'm going to add my paint now, and I'm just going to squeeze some drops directly onto my paper. A little paint goes a long way, so I'm not going to add too many dots, especially because I have the yellow to add as well. And I'm going to try not to squeeze too hard. I decided I want the paint all over my page, so I have a dot on the top, middle, and bottom. But if you want it in just one corner or in one part of your page, that's totally fine. I'm going to add my yellow paint now, and I do think I want the paint to mix, so I'm going to put the dots pretty close to the white ones. And again, I'm not using too much paint. Now for the fun part. We're going to take the cardstock and just swipe down on the paint. Because I have a lot of scribbly lines, I'm going to try to mimic that movement. So I'm going to do wavy lines and kind of be a little bit more messy. You can go straight or curved, or you can do the same thing that I'm doing. I like that the paint becomes a thin layer, so what's underneath still shows. I am keeping some of the paint a little bit thicker, like where the edges are, and I'm not going to flatten it or make it thinner. I like that it adds a little bit more movement to the page. So this brings us to the final element that we're going to add to our page, and that's going to be some splatters. There are a lot of ways that you can do this, and for today I'm going to be using a palette knife and a paintbrush. First, I'm going to pick a color to use. I feel like this blue color stands out, but there's not too much of it. So I'm going to pick a similar shade of dark blue. I'm going to use a palette knife first to make the splatters. Because the knife is flexible, we can actually use it to flick the paint. Even when we're being really careful, we can get some rogue splatters, so just make sure that your surface is covered and any floors or walls can be wiped easily. I think it's fun to get a little messy sometimes, so I just added paint and I'm using my finger to flick it onto the page. Try holding your palette knife close to the paper and a little bit further out, and you can add more paint if you run out. If your paint is too thick and not creating the splatters, you can add a little bit of water to the paint and then apply it to your palette knife. The other way you can try adding splatters is using a paintbrush and then getting another tool and tapping it. For this method, you do want your paint to be pretty watery, so I'm adding my acrylic to the palette and I'm just going to add some water to it. If you're not sure how much water to add, start with a little bit and then try splattering. If it's too thick and not making splatters, add some more water. Now I'm going to take my palette knife and I'm just going to tap my paintbrush. This method is a lot neater since you don't have to use your fingers. And that is the last part of this exercise. The last thing we need to do is remove the tape border. I'm going to take away this paper, then carefully start peeling the tape off. This is one of my favorite parts and it's always so satisfying. For this piece, the border is kind of subtle because the background is all white. But if you have a dark background, I feel like it really makes it pop. So this is my final sketchbook page and how everything turned out. I know it's really messy, but I actually really like all the marks, and I feel like there's a lot of movement and action. Take a look at your final page and see what you like about it. Remember not to be too hard on yourself and that this was an exercise in letting go, taking imperfect action, and having some fun. Thank you so much for joining me for this exercise, and I hope we get to create together again soon.